If you lived in the 60s, which must now seem like a million light years away, there will be certain iconic names, figures, people, persons with whom you cannot dissociate, particularly if, like me, at that time you were a photographer and lived in London. One such name is Bailey. It was impossible to ignore Bailey. And as a portraiturist myself, I empathized with his work and with him. For he, as a character, was every bit as important as the magnificent work he turned out. Trying to understand the 60s from this distance requires a glimpse, a look at least, at Bailey, who recently appeared on a Jonathan Ross show. As did I, some years or a couple of decades earlier, initially, and I think I did a couple of Jonathan Ross shows. But that notwithstanding, Bailey did one in the last few weeks, and it was such a treat to see him again and to listen to him and realise that the 60s without him are quite unimaginable.
David, great to have you here. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for asking me.
My pleasure. This is Jack. This is Rashid.
Hi, Rashid. Hi, Jack.
Lovely to meet you.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Now, David has a book out, ladies and gentlemen. David Bailey, Look Again It Is. What a great read. Some amazing stories, some amazing experiences. And you're fairly unfiltered in this, aren't you?
Well, the lawyers made me take out lots of things.
So this is after they made you take stuff out?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot left in there.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Presumably you're not someone who worries too much what people think about you, are you?
No, I couldn't care less.
Were you always that way?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a picture for you.
I know, we'll get to that in a minute.
I just remembered.
Okay.
What's this
Well, you can do
back?
it. Well, let's talk about you. Okay, we can do that now if you like. This is a picture you bought very kindly, I believe.
Yeah, because I thought you looked good in this one. Not you don't. You got a bit more weight, kid.
Because you took this, I was lucky enough to be photographed by David.
Yeah.
When was this? Look at that. That's back in the day. Would you sign it for me before you go?
Signed already.
You signed already?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Oh, that's So, why did you become as successful as you? What was it about your photographs you think that clicked?
Oh, I just have a good time and make them have a good time, I guess. Everyone's nice. I've never had anyone horrible. Can't think of anyone horrible anyway. I mean, I've photographed some tough people. I've done everyone from the Craze to the Queen.
Who was tougher of those two to like photograph?
What, the Queen and the Craze?
Yeah.
Oh God, you haven't got much imagination. I like you though, I like you.
Yeah. Rory and Reggie, were they very different people, the Playboys?
Yeah, they were different. They were twins, but Reg was all right, really. But Ron, you had to be careful around Ron.
Yeah. It's interesting because you photographed everyone, basically. Genuine royalty, as well as rock star royalty and movie royalty.
All the way down to Jonathan Ross.
But I know when you weren't really a monarchist as such, were you? I don't believe you're sort of like a fan of the royalty as an institution.
No, I mean, no, of course not.
Yeah.
The Queen's great though.
Yeah, that's what I meant, because I know you really like the Queen.
Yeah. Well, she's a sort of special person. I mean, I'd probably like Chairman Mao or somebody like that if I met him, but you judge people when you meet them, you don't judge them by what other people say about them.
And what did
I mean, I like Maggie Thatcher. I mean, everyone hates her, but I thought she was all right.
What did you like about the Queen? What particularly impressed you about the Queen?
A humour, a twinkle in her eye.
It's amazing, 'cause we don't get to see that side of her much, do we?
I don't know how often do you have tea with the Queen?
Not as often as I'd like. It's interesting, because one of the images we showed earlier was Princess Diana, which is a beautiful shot you did of her. Did you get on well with her? Did you like her?
Yeah, she was all right. She was a nice middle-class girl.
Yeah.
Terrible hair. And then much posture as well, but she was really nice. I remember one of my assistants dropped an umbrella, you know, in photography you use those umbrella lights on her head. Oh shit. And as she was leaving, she said, which was your assistant and dropped the umbrella on my head? And I said it was her. She went over to her and said, don't worry, and was very nice to her and said it was just an accident. So she was a really nice girl.
When you photograph someone, when they come in, have you got a preconceived idea as to what you're going to do, how you're going to do it? Or do you wait for them, do you pick up the cues from them when they come
I
in?
never have any ideas. I just wait and see what happens. And then if people are in a bad mood, I like it. If they're in a good mood, I like it as well. Whatever they've got, I use. And if they're in a bad mood, I keep them in a bad mood if I can.
How do you keep someone in a bad mood?
Be a bit rude to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're not famous for being rude, but people sort of expect you to be rude, don't they?
Yeah, well, it's because if you're a cockney, they expect you to be rude, don't they?
So you think there's still that class hangover?
I guess so, yeah.
I was amazed in the book when you talk about some of the people who you expect people to say this is a wonderful person, and you don't. Mother Teresa, you didn't get on particularly well with.
Oh no, I hate her. She's so tough. Every day she said, give me some more money. I said, well, I gave you $100 yesterday. She said, I need some more. So I gave her another $100. And after 2 weeks, it got quite expensive. I suppose she's doing a good job.
You made some real friends as well with the people. I know I think you became very close with Michael Caine.
Oh, Michael Caine, he's one of my heroes.
And is that because you come from similar backgrounds, do you think?
No, I just like the way I like the way he tells stories. That's probably the best picture I've ever taken.
I think it's probably the best picture anyone has ever taken of Michael Caine as well, and that's a kind of
he likes it
iconic.
as well. Boy, I asked him to put on his glasses. And you know, in those days, film stars never put on glasses. And I think that's what makes it.
And you're friends still today?
Yeah, I saw him a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
He's a good bloke, Michael.
It must have been amazing even at the time to know you can, for example, I imagine You must have seen the Rolling Stones live, I guess.
Yeah.
You must have seen the Beatles live.
I knew Mick before he was alive almost.
So that must have been. Did it feel special? Because that was the first explosion of youth culture. In
Well,
one.
Mick was going out with my girlfriend's sister. That's how I met Mick.
Yeah.
I was with Jean, and he was going out with Jean's sister.
This is Jean Shrimpton, isn't it?
Yeah, God help her mother and father. One's got David Bailey and one's got the Rolling Stone. Oh, there she is.
Stunning,
Nice
stunning
yeah.
looking woman, Jean Shrimpton. How many times have you been married, David?
Four.
4 times. You've been married 4 times, and you've had, no doubt, a number of liaisons, I would have thought, with your life. But I've never thought of you as being like a player. You know, these were all genuine relationships, weren't they?
Yeah, well, especially Jean. I loved Jean. She was my first love. I was very upset when she left me. But she was wise,
Why was she always to leave you?
because I was a bad boy.
Well, it's nice you can say that now.
We're still friends. I spoke to her today. She was great.
And you've been married now, though, for 34 years, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's 34 years is quite something, ladies and gentlemen. That's an amazing achievement. And you've got, is it 3 children you've got?
Yeah, 3. Yeah, one's in Tokyo, one's here somewhere.
Wow, one's with you tonight.
Yeah.
All grown up now, of course.
Yeah, I hope they are, yeah. They're plenty of experience.
Is that weird having, I mean, my kids are getting old now and I still think of them as little kids. Do you still think of yours as
No,
little?
no. Fenton's taller than me.
Yeah.
And Philomena's got 3 kids of her own.
Are you an involved grandparent? Do you get to see the grandchildren much?
Not really, no. I'm not very good at that. I don't like them until they're old enough to play chess.
How long have they got to wait before they get to know you?
But when they can play chess, we can talk about something. But until that point, what are we going to talk about?
I mean,
Snow White?
yeah, I mean, you haven't got time to waste talking about Snow White.
No. If they want to talk about chess players, Spassky or something, I talk to them.
Yeah. I know you love painting at the moment. I mean, I guess you still take photographs. Is
Yeah,
photography
I
still
do.
fun?
Yeah, no, I still do photography. Not much. I painted quite a lot, yeah. Especially with this lockdown, there's nothing else to do.
And your paintings, I look at them, I can see that it seems to be there's influence like Cubism in there and a little, you know, that kind of period. Did you meet Picasso? Did you meet any of the great painters of the 20th
I
century?
never met, oh, there's one of mine.
You see
No, I
it.
never met Picasso, but it looks like I did by that painting.
Yeah, that's very Picasso-esque.
Yeah, but
You met Dali though, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew Dali. He became a mate. Oh yeah, I forgot about Dali. He was all right. He was nutty as a fruitcake.
Yeah.
I met him at St. Regis Hotel in New York, and I was in the lift, and this man, look at him, and I thought, Christ, and didn't say anything. He had a walking stick. And he said, "Hi, I've been watching you." I said, "Oh, good." He said, "I wanted to ask you and your girlfriend up for drinks." I said, "Oh, that's very nice of you." He said, "Have you met my wife and sister-in-law?" I said, "No." And he had 2 little dolls on the top of his walking stick. And he said, "This is my wife and this is my daughter." I said, "Oh, that's nice." And he pressed the button, they spun around like a propeller. He said, "Now you met 2 of my family." Maybe we skip the drinks in his room.
And Warhol you met and you...
Oh, Andy, I do well, yeah. He was see-through Andy. He was never there. You touch Andy and your hand went, "There's my first selfie, look."
So you're in bed with him there?
Yeah, he said he wouldn't make the film unless I went to bed with him. So I said, "All right, we'll do the interviews in bed."
Yeah.
There's always a bed out there.
I'm so thrilled you came on the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
I'm really pleased to see you.
It's really lovely to see you again. And the book, as I said, David Bailey, look how cool Bailey looks on the cover there. Man, you look good there, don't you?
Yeah, I was, wasn't I?
David Bailey, look again. The book's out now, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. David Bailey.